A couple months ago, I purchased this dresser from Facebook Marketplace for $10, and right from the start, I had a pretty good vision for it in terms of what I wanted to do to it. I wanted to sand the whole thing down and paint it a blue-gray Beyond Paint color and do a custom distressed top. And this was my inspiration for it. I created this distressed top a couple years ago, and I wanted to do the same thing to this dresser. So once I had the whole piece sanded down, my next step was to figure out what I was going to do for this bottom trim piece that the dresser was missing. So I took a piece of scrap wood I had laying around and cut it to size, and I drilled it in, and this is what the process looked like. Once that was all squared away, I took the dresser down into my basement where I like to prep out all my pieces for paint, and then I paint them down here. Once I got it all cleaned with my simple green, I took my blue-gray Beyond Paint and a roller and started rolling away. I really like using Beyond Paint because it's a primer, paint, and sealer all mixed into one. Usually it takes 3 or 4 coats for it to cover, but there's no streaks or anything left behind. So those are the reasons why I really like it. I'm not sponsored by Beyond Paint, but Beyond Paint, if you're listening, come sponsor your boy. Anyways, as soon as I was finished painting the rest of the dresser, I wanted to do that distressed top that I was talking about a minute ago. This is what the process looked like. I had 3 pints of paint that I got from Home Depot's mess up paint section that I picked up for 50 cents each. That's right, 50 cents. Such a bargain. If you've never heard of their mess up paint section, Home Depot and Lowe's both have these sections in their stores, and it's definitely worth a look because those paints are heavily discounted. This is what the end result looked like. Now, I listed it on Facebook Marketplace for $250, and I lowered it to 200 bucks after a week. And the dresser sat on Facebook Marketplace for about 3 weeks, I think. I was just not too content with how it turned out. I was wondering if I should keep on going with the distressed colors up on top, or if I should take the piece and sand it completely off. So that's exactly what I ended up doing. Once I was finished sanding off all the paint on top, I had a can of stain laying around, and I was going to stain the top a light brown color. So I cleaned it off with my simple green, and I got the staining. If you've never stained anything before, this is what the process looks like. You use an old rag, dip it in your stain, or you can pour it in a separate container, and then you rub that rag around, allowing the stain to soak up into the wood. You're not supposed to do it in direct sunlight, but this is the only area that I had available, so gotta do with what you have sometimes. Then once you wipe it on, you wipe it off with a different rag. This is after 1 coat. Let it sit for about 2 hours, and then you can put a second coat on it. This is just 10 minutes after staining. Gonna let this sit for a little bit and come back later. I ended up doing 2 coats of this stain, and I think it turned out really, really nice. You'll have to let me know down in the comments below what you think about the transformation, and if my move from painting the whole thing the blue-gray Beyond Paint color and then doing that distressed top, and then deciding to sand it all off and stain the top was a good move. So let me know if you think that whole thing was a good move, because I was just not too content with how it turned out the first time. And right after I reposted it on Facebook Marketplace, I listed it for $200, and a week and a half later, it ended up selling for $150, so I would call that a success. But let me know down in the comments what you think about the transformation. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, welcome to Sla Art Refinishings. I upload a new video every Sunday at 7 p.m. So make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for all the upcoming projects I have planned for the channel. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Have a great day.